thank you to all the attendees who are coming today to listen to the Association County Commissioners of Georgia, the ACCG, discuss their internship opportunities. I would like to introduce Michelle Neesmith, who will be talking about the various opportunities that they have there. And then, of course, she can answer any questions any of y'all have. So take it away.
All right. Thank you, Heather. As Heather said, I work for ACCG. It stands for Association County Commissioners of Georgia. And we have an internal internship program where we hire interns for fall. We generally are looking for political science or public policy students. We've also had some master's students that have worked in our program. We also hire legal interns to work for us. But we also, in addition to our internal program, we have an external program we run through our foundation. And it's called the Georgia County Internship Program. And this is the program I really want to focus on in today's topic because there are a lot of opportunities for many different majors still available for this summer. And so I want to make sure everyone's aware of these opportunities. The Georgia County Internship Program was started in 2010, and to date, we've had over 500 internships available throughout counties around the state. And I think the really unique part about our internship program is that it allows students from all different types of disciplines to participate in county government. I think it's a bit of a misnomer that people think that I have to be a political science or some type of government major in order to work in county government, and that's just not true. They need people from all kinds of different disciplines. For example, they need people with accounting and finance backgrounds to help them. They need people in human resources, in public works, law enforcement. The court systems are run by the county, so they're looking for people to work there as well. We also, if you're interested in planning or mapping, GIS, geography, we've had a lot of great internships in those areas. Transportation, communications, there's lots of communications opportunities because counties need assistance with getting out the word and what they're doing. So they need people to help them write press releases and cover special events. Including county commission meetings. We've also had interns that have been able to do some really cool work by actually going out in the field and making their own B-reels that are actually on the county public TV station. We've had that in several different counties. So you actually have your own kind of little media kit that you've created after your internship. In addition to that, we've also had what I've really considered to be outside the box, which I didn't really think about or associated with counties, such as we've had counties that have art installations that they need someone to help them curate a new collection. It may be an outdoor installation or an indoor installation. We've had some opportunities for people to come for counties and actually do some county history, so archaeology. We've had some partnerships with colleges that do an archaeological dig in a county. We've had some really specialized museums or special programs where we needed someone that was a history major or a sociology major to come into the county and help them with this specialized project. So it doesn't really matter what your major is, there's probably a good fit for you if you're interested in county government. And the way that our program works is we recruit counties to participate in our program each fall. And then we look at all the applications in January and we select a certain number of county internships to fund. And for this summer, we selected 49 and I think they've probably hired about 10 positions. So there's still quite a few positions all over the state that's available. And I do have kind of a one-pager that will, actually it's more of a two-pager, that'll show you all the different positions and how to apply for those. And I'll also in the chat, I'll share the website where you can go to apply for these positions. But we do have some definitely in the central Georgia area. I know that Macon-Bibb County, their public defender's office is still looking for somebody. There's been a couple of other positions that were available in Macon-Bibb as well as Baldwin County, but those have been filled. But Meriwether County, I know, is not that far away from Macon-Bibb County, and they have two really cool court internships. One's with their probate judge. If you ever were interested in learning how the probate court works, this is a really good opportunity to work with their judge, and also the superior court clerk for the Superior Court system. So if you're interested in criminal law, that would be a really great way to kind of see how the system works for that. And in terms of what the internship entails, all internships are for a 200-hour period, and the grant that we provide pays $12 an hour, but a lot of counties provide money on top of the grant money that we get. So the positions that we have for this summer are anywhere from $12 an hour to $20 an hour, depending on the position, what it does, and where it is. In addition to that, if you needed school credit for an internship course, you could definitely check with your professor to see if it qualified, because most of our internships usually qualify. In terms of number of hours, if you needed more than 200 hours, you could actually work with the county to see if it was possible to have more than 200-hour internships. We have had students that have had their internships extended because maybe they found out after the fact that 200 hours wasn't enough time to do the project, or it could be the intern was doing such a great job and there were other things the county wanted them to do. They got hired on for longer than 200 hours. And we have had several occasions where the intern came back to work as a part-time job or even got hired full-time. So there's lots of opportunities with these internships. In terms of how many hours per week you would be working and what the term of the internship is, all of our internships have to be completed between May 1st and September 1st. But in terms of how many hours a week you work, that's really up between the intern and the county. So we recommend a minimum of 15 hours a week, but some counties have more. They may want you to come in 20 hours a week or something to that extent. So, but again, that can be worked out between you and the county in term, and also as far as like what's your start time and end time each day. Again, that's worked out directly with the county. But we feature all of our internships in our magazine. ACCG has a magazine that we publish the highlights every fall, and I'm more than happy to provide the link in the chat so you can go back and see what some of our other interns have done and kind of get a sense of the type of projects that they completed. But that's a really good overview of our program. And I'd love to answer any questions that y'all have about the positions or about county government in general.
So, if we were to get chosen for an internship, because I know some of our internships are like 100 hours, will we have to like talk to our professor to see if it's okay if we continue?
So let me jump in. Are you wanting it for academic credit?
Right.
Okay. So, and I actually know a good bit about that. Admittedly, I might know a little more, Michelle, just because different schools have different policies. So with criminal justice, and I could look that up, it would take me a minute, but okay, so most of the programs here at MGA, it's usually 150 to 180. Not all the programs require the same amount, but some require 150, some require 180. So I think if you're wanting to do it in summer for academic credit, because these are set for 200, you would definitely be able to get academic credit. What I couldn't tell from your question, because you said 100 hours, is it that you didn't think you could do the full 200 hours, or because you would be able to get credit for what they're set for now?
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, because I know I can do the 200. I just wanted to make sure that they were going to get credited for the summer.
Okay, yeah. So for criminal justice, I did a little looking. I'm sneaky like that, so I see that you're criminal justice. So I looked on Handshake, and so do you know the Professor Jeffrey Tarver?
Yes, I've been speaking to him.
So he, I believe, is the one that mostly coordinates the 4-credit internships for that program. It's usually one faculty person that's kind of assigned the academic credit coordinator. So I would start by talking to him. I think it would 100% count, but he would be the main point of contact who would be able to help set that up to make sure that it counted.
Okay. And when we apply, do we need to email Miss Michelle, or we just wait for like a follow-up email?
So as she mentioned, I am so sorry, Michelle, I'm just jumping in. As she mentioned, and I'll send you this document again, especially since I have your name and email. Every internship, I have it pulled up here because she had sent it to me before. Every internship has either a specific email to contact or a specific link to an online application. Was there a specific one you were interested in? Were you interested in possibly the Make and Bib one?
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
If I can share my screen, I can walk through how they could do that.
Please do.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is our page. I put the website in the chat. And once you go to the page, you can see each individual position will collapse. And so I know you said you were interested in the make and bib position. And let's see, here's the one for the county attorney's office. There's another one for public defender, but let's just use this one for the moment. See here, we have the description. It says apply ad, and it tells you where to click on. And this is, if you click on here, it's going to take you to the county's website, and it's going to tell you here what is the position, the qualifications that are required for the position, and any specific qualifications. Like for this one example, they're looking for a law student, but the public defender position that you're interested in does not require that you're a law student. And then they tell you any special requirements on here, and then when's the deadline, the start date, the number of hours, the minimum, and then how much they pay. This was $20 an hour for the county attorney's office because they were looking for a law student, but the public defender's office one pays $12 an hour. But you would be able just to click through and click on that link here, and it would take you directly to the position that you would need to be in order to find it. But any position that you are interested in, for example, let's say you're interested, Troup County has a position that's also, it's a legal position, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a lawyer. They're looking for assistance with, they have a backlog of cases, but this would be criminal. There's some criminal and some civil cases involved here. It's in their state court and they hear both. And so that's another example of a particular like criminal justice position. And then one of the reasons I like to point out all the different, oh, here's the public defender. You apply through Dorisa Cruz. She works in the PD's office, and you just need to email her here. And she gives you the qualifications of what she needs to have in there. But any position that you're interested in, you can just go through here. And if there's not a specific person listed down, let's say, for example, like here, they give you a phone number. If you want it, you're curious about the McDuffie County one, you could call them. And if you needed more information, but if you don't have enough information here, or you're confused about how to apply, you can contact me and I can make sure you have what you need. And I'll go ahead and put my email in the chat because I want to make sure anyone that's interested in these opportunities has an opportunity to apply for sure.
And I'll just say it out loud real quick. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Damari. I was just going to say the email out loud since we are recording this in case the chat doesn't show that it's M. Neesmith, which is Nesmith, so MNESMITH at ACCG.org. So I just want to say that all. Sorry, go on, Damari.
I was just going to say thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Now, Nina, I did some looking. I see that you're IT, and I did notice that with Warren County, theirs was kind of technology based. And that actually leads me to a question. I know that there weren't too many with that, but do there tend to be, when you select them for the next year, some that are technology based each time?
Yes, we generally have a wide variety. We try to make sure they're not all legal internships or all communications. And so we have had several IT internships in the past. Sometimes they're kind of a blend, like they may be straight IT, or they could be like IT/GIS. It kind of depends on what they're looking for. But yes, we've had several IT internships.
Okay, great. And it looks like, Nina, I'm just going to be, one thing I want to mention that I think is really, that's a good thing with your internships is that you can be not only any classification for most of them. Yes, go ahead, Nina.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yes.
Now you can hear me. Where exactly is Ward County located?
Warren County is located. It is.
Oh, you said Warren County.
Yes,
Warren.
Warren.
Oh, okay, I know where Warren County is.
Okay.
Okay. So they do have something for the summer.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so and I'm a graduate student, so is it okay if I still apply for the internship?
Yes.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
Yes. And
I'm in Augusta, Georgia, so it's
okay,
close.
great. Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Great.
absolutely. And I'm looking here, they don't have any specific requirements that would say they would not accept a graduate student from applying. So I think definitely I'd apply to.
I will do that.
Great, great, great.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah. And if you need any help, if you need me to resend anything or pass along Michelle's information again, please reach out to me. Heather McIntosh, I've sent you all a lot of emails lately, so you can just refer to that to reach back out to me if need be.
Okay.
But yeah. Yeah, and Michelle, just to kind of give you a background, especially with our IT students, but really with a lot of our students, they're pretty spread around. Even though we have the 5 physical locations, because our IT programs, which includes undergrad and at the graduate level, students could do those fully online. They really are. Many of them are spread out throughout Georgia and even outside of Georgia.
Great. And that's one of the things we really want to make sure we were reaching out to all of our university partners and college partners, because you may be going home for the summer. So just because you're at school at a certain place doesn't mean you're not going to come home to a different one. So we want to make sure everyone is aware of all the different opportunities that we have.
Absolutely. Yeah. Alice, thanks for joining. I was going to try and so we kind of went over just loosely, like how to get to the website and see all these internships. But again, representatives here to answer any specific questions you might have. Are there specific kinds of internships you were looking for? And also maybe specific locations in Georgia that would be most convenient for you? And feel free to put it in the chat or unmute yourself. I know sometimes, they might not be in a position to chat or speak if they got people around them. So let me look. Let me look up and see if I can find what major you are. Oh, okay. You're rehabilitation science. That's interesting. Okay, rehab science. Yeah. I mean, the way I promoted this is I just said it's around 50 internships in a variety of different fields. Yeah. So let's see, rehab science, was there a specific kind of internship you were looking for, Alice? Because rehab science, I mean, it's health science related, but it's still a little broad. Or were you still maybe exploring other potential career areas outside of that? And it looks like Nina might be typing in something as well. Okay. And again, Alice, feel free to unmute yourself or type in the chat, whatever's most convenient for you. Oh, okay, Nina's saying she needs that. Yeah, no problem, Nina. Thanks for joining. If you need me to resend anything, okay, yeah, just stay in touch.
Okay, great. And just kind of looking through, I don't see anything specific health related, and that really varies. We have had some health internships with working with a local health department, or sometimes we have had, I know there's some counties that have special health programs. For example, Gwinnett County has Live Healthy Gwinnett, where they're doing things with nutrition. We've had a few different internship opportunities with senior services. And that can really have some rehabilitation piece through it. I know there was a very special project the year before last about seniors coming out of COVID-19 isolation. And it was kind of a specialized project for that. So we do have health related positions that come up. And so again, that's probably an area of county government a lot of people may not be aware of, that there is a need.
Sure, absolutely. And Alice, just to mention again, because it looks like you're classified that you might be in your first year. So, just know that you can be any classification. So going forward, if you don't see a health related one to apply for this summer, they'll post, dozens more again for next summer. And there might be some health ones there. And you actually can even be a recent grad. And this is for Damari, because I know you're a senior, that you can be a recent grad. So, you could potentially, if you graduate this fall, you could still potentially do one next summer as well as a recent grad. So keep that in mind too. There's definitely gonna be a lot of legal ones, it seems like. Absolutely.
And then also, just human resources. It's not just onboarding new employees or putting together policies. There is wellness programs that a lot of counties have had need assistance for their employees, and sometimes they try to do like a health assessment of the community. And so sometimes if you look at the heading or just look at the department that it's in, it may not be as telling. So definitely, if you are interested in health related ones and you see postings for human resources, I advise you to look through those too, because there may be a health component.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And yeah, I know there was definitely some human resources one in the ones for this summer. I saw that. So yeah, great. Yeah. Let's see. Well, if there's no other questions, I'll go ahead and just stop recording. I won't hop off the second, but thank you all again for coming. I'm gonna